Well, here's quite a large piece of the USS Arizona right here.
Jesse Thompson was 13 years old and just feet away from the USS Arizona when it was bombed in the attack on Pearl Harbor.
Boom, boom. I heard it, so I ran out, my pajamas out in the backyard, and that's where the battleships were.
The son of a naval officer, Thompson was put to work for the next 3 days loading machine gun belts. 70 years later, his spacious Bonita home is filled with memorabilia from that tragic day and the battles that followed in World War II, many pieces given to him by veterans.
This sand was stolen from the Japanese on the island of Iwo Jima.
And on this day, like every Wednesday for the past 2 decades, his home is also filled with living history, World War II veterans who fought courageously to change the world. The group typically shares war stories, eats lunch, and enjoys an old-time movie.
I was a 19-year-old brat that grew up overnight when the attack took place on Pearl Harbor.
Stu Headley attends the regular meetings. He was on board the battleship West Virginia when it was struck by torpedoes.
Fire was 3 times as high as this house from the oil that was burning.
He recalls escaping the ship by jumping into the burning sea and swimming beneath the flames.
We went as deep as we could and swam underwater. We broke surface twice, and that's the hottest breath of air we ever breathed.
For Headley, the room of war mementos and photos bring back vivid memories. The walls provide a safe haven to those who endured some of America's fiercest battles to share their experiences. Headley hasn't always eagerly recounted the momentous fight. Even his wife was unaware of his involvement in Pearl Harbor until their 25th wedding anniversary when they toured the Hawaiian coast.
The moment we came around the bend, I could hear the bombs going off. I could see the ships blowing up. It was all replayed in and my wife asked me, "Butch, what's wrong with you?" I says, "Honey, I never told you this before, but I was here on December the 7th on one of the battleships along Battleship Row."
Now, the 93-year-old takes every opportunity to share his experience.
August 14th, 1945, I was aboard the USS Massey.
He's one of dozens of veterans in San Diego, captivating audiences this month with first-hand accounts of the end of World War II. On this day, he's at the Veterans Museum in Balboa Park with 200 friends. They hold a bond 7 decades strong. Their hats, shirts, and badges show their years of service.
I've never felt that way before.
Bill Ridenauer served in the Army and was in the Bay of Tokyo when President Harry Truman announced Japan's unconditional surrender.
The war to which we have devoted all the resources and all the energy of our country for more than 3.5 years has now produced total victory over all our enemies.
It was the best day of my life. It was like the last hurrah that I felt.
It was all so happy and thankful.
Bobby Morris was a ship-to-shore Morse code operator in the Navy.
You know that statue, the kiss? I can understand that picture because actually it happened to me, same thing.
Oh my goodness, you were not safe on the streets.
Navy veteran Randy Tidmore was stationed in San Diego on August 14th. Her job was to unload luggage when troops returned from overseas. She says San Diego went crazy.
And they said, "You women in the barracks, don't go downtown. Those Navy boys are going wild."
The lights went on all over the world. Thank you.
Here I am right here, and I was 17.
Back in Bonita at Jesse Thompson's house, he holds up a large framed picture of himself celebrating the end of the war among a crowd gathered at Horton Square.
An occasion that everyone just felt great. They were hugging each other, kissing each other.
An outpouring of joy that echoed through the streets of San Diego and across the world. Susan Murphy, KPBS News.